Hello, this is Barry Nirmal. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe link below. Hello friends, in this video I will talk about what is the dead hand system of Russia and how does it work. It was reported on August 1st, 2025 that President Trump has ordered 2 nuclear subs deployed for possible nuclear war with Russia. He says he was forced to deploy these subs in response to an online threat by former Russian leader Medvedev. Trump's claim about the submarine redeployment is impossible to verify because the exact locations and the patrol areas of U.S. nuclear submarines are among the most highly classified secret information of the U.S. military. Medvedev had a scathing message for President Trump, warning against provoking Moscow too far, and mentioned the legendary dead hand system of Russia. It is the automatic nuclear retaliation system which dates back to the Soviet era and is presumed to still exist in modern Russia. This dead hand system remains as a last resort deterrent in the event of a decapitating strike on the Russian leadership. So what is really this dead hand system? It's a very interesting system because it is known as a dead hand and is a cold era nuclear control system and is designed to ensure that the country can still respond to a nuclear attack even if its entire armed forces and the top leadership are wiped out. This system operates as a backup communication mechanism, allowing for automatic nuclear retaliation in the event of a first strike against Russia's territory. To ensure the functionality of the system, it was designed to be mostly automatic, not completely, but mostly automatic, with the ability to decide on adequate retaliatory strike on its own with no or little human involvement in the event of an all-out nuclear attack. According to Vladimir Yarenich, a developer of the system, this system also served as a buffer against hasty decisions based on unverified information by the country's leadership. Upon receiving warnings about a nuclear attack, the leader could activate the system and then wait for further developments, assured by the fact that even the destruction of all key personnel with the authority to command the response to an attack would still not prevent a retaliatory strike. Thus, use of the system would theoretically reduce the likelihood of a false alarm triggered retaliation. Soviet concern about the possibility of its top leadership being wiped out grew when the U.S. developed its highly accurate submarine-launched ballistic missile, also called SLBM, in the 1980s. Before the deployment of this SLBM, or submarine-launched ballistic missile, near the shore of the Soviet Union, now the Soviet Union, before the deployment of SLBM, the Soviet Union, with its effective radar and satellite surveillance, could expect a 30-minute warning of an attack with ICBM, or long-range bombers, before the first detonation. This made an effective first strike difficult because Russia would have enough time to launch an anti-ICBM or anti-bomber missile to destroy the incoming threat. However, the development of this highly accurate SLBM, such as the Trident C4 and later the Trident D5, upset this balance. The Trident D5 is considered as accurate as any land-based ICBM. Therefore, US or UK Trident submarine systems could stealthily, that means in a hidden way, they could approach the source of an enemy and launch highly accurate warheads at close range, reducing the available warning in less than 3 minutes, making a first strike or a decapitation strike by the West viable. Upon activation and determination of the happenings of a nuclear war, the system sends out a command missile. System means this dead hand system sends out a command missile with a special warhead that passes commands to open all silos and all command centers of the RVSN with appropriate receivers in flight. The command missile system is similar to the American emergency rocket communication system. In an informal interview with Wired, Valery Yarenich, one of the developers, revealed the following information about the algorithm of this so-called perimeter system. It was designed to lie semi-dormant. That's what this Russian guy is saying. It was designed to lie semi-dormant until switched on by a high official in a crisis. Then it would begin on monitoring a network of seismic, radiation, and air pressure sensors for signs of nuclear explosions. Before launching any retaliatory strike, the system had to check off 4 if-then propositions. If it was turned on, then it would try to determine that a nuclear weapon had actually hit Soviet soil. If it seemed that one had, the system would check to see if any communication links to the war room of the Soviet General Staff remain. If they did, and if some amount of time, likely ranging from 15 minutes to an hour, had passed without further indications of attack, the machine would assume that the officials were still living who could order the counterattack and shut down. But if the line to the general staff went dead, then the dead hand system would think that it was time for it to get into action. Then it would infer that an apocalypse had arrived. It would immediately transfer launch authority to whoever was manning the system at that moment deep inside a protected bunker, bypassing layers and layers of normal command authority. It has been claimed that the command post of the system is in a bunker under Kosvinsky Kamen mountain in the northern Urals mountain. Now the Soviets had once thought about creating a fully automatic system. It was kind of a doomsday machine that would launch without any human action at all. However, when they drew that blueprint and looked at it, they thought, oh my God, this is absolutely crazy. However, in recent years, the dead hand system has been enhanced with hypersonic missiles. In 2011, the commander of the Russian Strategic Missile Forces, Colonel General Sergei Karakayev, confirmed the operational state of the perimeter assessment and communication system. Hello. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so by clicking on the subscribe link below. Also write your comments in the comment section below. Spread the word. You can share this video with your friends by clicking on the share button below, and you can share it with WhatsApp, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by sending email to your friends.